The final stage in this series on stages of abusive relationships is cycling. Hi, I'm Dan Cassenti. I'm a cognitive psychologist and a novelist. I'm putting together this series on YouTube to help explain narcissistic concepts so that people can arm themselves with knowledge to stay out of or get out of narcissistic abusive relationships. So cycling is not necessarily a stage in and of itself, but it is part of the process. So we talked about hoovering the last time. And so to review, we've got love bombing, and we have devaluing. That leads into the discard, and that leads into hoovering, trying to get you back into the relationship. And the way that they hoover is by doing a mini love bombing. So you can see it goes back to the first stage, and then they're going to do the same things to you. So after love bombing you, hoovering, they're going to devalue you again, and then after they devalue you, they're going to discard you, and then after they discard you, they're going to try to hoover you back into the relationship. And depending on the severity of their narcissistic tendencies, they're going to do this at a quicker pace. The more narcissism they have inside of them, the faster they're going to go. So, we have to be careful about accepting the hoovering. Sure, it feels great to finally get back to that person that they were in the first place. You know, you feel like your dreams are now going to come true, but you're in for a hard reality soon. The devaluing stage is coming so much faster than it did the first time they love bombed you. They're going to get into it really quick because they're still mad at you for having upshown them and shown, a stronger character, a better worldview, better treatment of others. That is not something that resentment is not something that they have just gotten rid of. It's still there. Everything's lurking in the background. That's what cycling's all about. It's about their resentment towards you and their need to get you into a trauma bond so that they can use you again. Everything that they did before, hoovering, is love bombing, devaluing, discard. It's all the same stuff. And then they're going to discard you, and they're going to feel like, oh no, I can get more out of this person. They're going to come back, and they're going to try to hoover you back in. Now, it's not always true. Sometimes they discard you, and they're just done. But, if they feel like they can get more out of you, they will go back into hoovering, because the mini love bombing that they're going to do in the hoovering stage is worth it to them in order to get back into the trauma, to get you back into the trauma bond. So recognize that it's all going to come back again. Every promise that a narcissist makes will be broken, and that includes the promises they give in hoovering about, oh, I'm going to change now, I realized something about myself, I really need this relationship, I want you back, I didn't mean all those things, I'm never going to hit you again, I'm never going to yell at you again, I'm never going to insult you again. Don't believe it. Grain of salt, right? We know that they're going to do those things again because they did them before. And it's all lies. Like I've said in a previous video, they weaponize words to get you to believe things so that you're in that trauma bond. This is what they're doing now. That's what they're always going to be doing at any stage in the relationship, Love bombing. They're lying to you about their commitments. They're lying to you about this narrative that you're the greatest thing because they think they are. Then the devaluing. They're breaking you down in ways that you don't deserve. Those aren't real things. It's mostly just projection because they know those negative traits deep down inside apply to them, not you. And then the discard. I want out of this relationship. I can't stand it. Well, no, because when they come back and hoover you, well, that just defied everything they said in the discard. And then after they hoover you and they go back into the devaluing, they're breaking their promises to never do those things to you again. So it's all a cycle, and it's never going to stop. If anybody, and especially I mentioned hitting, that if anybody commits physical violence against you, you have to get out. That is a line that cannot be crossed by anybody who has any intention of love or respect for you or anything that needs to be done. But sure, violence is an extreme, but lying to you, who does that? Who loves you? Maybe a white lie here and there. Oh, I liked your haircut, even if you don't. Like that's another matter altogether. But like the systematic false narrative that they give you, it's not something to be trusted. It is going to happen again. They have these things inside of them, and they always will. And they can't make promises to reverse their nature. It's just going to happen again. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit like, please subscribe. It helps the Google algorithms every time. Just a very small act to do that. It'll get these videos out to more people, and you'll be helping more people. So I hope you can do that for everyone in this community. Thanks, and I hope this helped.